Hey everybody, before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you enjoy our content and want to stay up to date with our videos, hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel. Thanks. So, on to the video.
After a grueling battle, the King of Resolve is defeated by you and your companions. You all watch as his horde of souls are released back into the world. The king then evaporates, leaving behind the relic that started this all. Y'shtola looks up, noticing the gate to the reflection above is still not closing. This isn't over. Queen Sphene then arrives and walks in front of your group. She thanks you for saving her people and defeating the Mad King. She then apologizes for what she's done to the people of Tuliyollal. Wuklama accepts her apology, but she doesn't forgive her, as striking down Sphene would only trigger further bloodshed. She wants Sphene to work with her and move forward, to find a way that both Tuliyollal and Alexandria can coexist. But Sphene says it's too late. She cannot fail her people. She still needs more souls. Wuklama is saddened by her response, and Alizé tries to reason with the queen, saying it's wrong to sacrifice the people of Tuliyollal for her dead. But Sphene argues that Alizé only believes that because she does not know her people. As long as we are remembered, we may live on. Sphene then looks towards Arenville and tries to relate to him, believing he understands what she feels, revealing that Cahciua is an endless and passed away many years ago. Arenville knew of this, but he's been struggling to come to terms with it. Sphene then asserts herself, calling her the bearer of the memories of Queen Sphene of Alexandria. Her desire to protect her people transcends all others. She will gladly pay any price. She then raises her arms and sends the relic that Zoraal dropped into the rift above. Your party has no idea what this relic is, but Sphene explains that many years ago, a clan of people fled to her world using this relic. The relic itself answers to fervent desires and is able to produce what she calls miracles. The key, she calls it, is what interdimensional fusion was built off of. Preservation's main goal was to unravel its secrets. But they never fully unlocked its abilities, but they learned enough for what Sphene requires. Wuklama asks what Sphene needs this key for, and she replies that for hundreds of years, she sought a way to save her people. Her kindness did nothing to help them, so she plans to fight herself using the relic, saying she's willing to become history's most brutal queen if it means saving her people. The key reaches the rift above and it begins to close. Y'shtola attempts to stop Sphene, but she disappears into the rift above. The rift then fully closes and Cahciua's robot body shuts down. With the portal closed, your party has no way to follow. Y'shtola fears that without your interference, Sphene can target other reflections. Those people would be unaware what Sphene is capable of and willing to do. You check on Cahciua, but the body is unresponsive. Arenville reveals what he learned earlier. With how Sphene spoke, the party summarizes Cahciua is an endless as well. Y'shtola believes that the body lost connection once the portal was closed. Cahciua is most likely in the other reflection, where Sphene is located. The party then needs time to figure out what move is next. You, Wuklama, and Gululja head back to the Oblivion headquarters and update Shale on the situation. Shale is sad at the loss of Cahciua. She reveals that everyone in Oblivion knew that she was an endless and forbade them to tell anyone, planning to reveal the truth to everyone once the time was right. But she believes that Cahciua was torn on how to reveal the truth to her son. Wuklama asks what became of Zoraal mechanical army now that he's gone. It's revealed that the king's authority was passed to Gululja. You're both shocked by the news. Then Wuklama asks if that makes him king. Shell explains while not official for the moment, the system does recognize Gululja as his father's successor. Gululja exclaims that he doesn't want to be king, but Wuklama asks him to hold on to it for now, and that they'll visit the matter later, as giving up his position also gives up control of the army. The boy nods in agreement, and Wuklama stays silent for a while. Gululja then asks if she's okay. Wuklama begins to shed tears suddenly and tries to fight back her feelings. She explains that despite everything Zoraal did, she still doesn't know how to feel towards him, believing that something's wrong with her. You comfort Wuklama, letting her it's perfectly normal. She takes your advice and snaps out of it. She then wants to head back to Tuliyollal, offering to take Gululja with her. Gululja believes everyone will hate him, but his aunt says she'll set the people straight. You all then head back to Tuliyollal and catch up with Cahciua. Wuklamat introduces Cahciua to Gululja and the people of Tuliyollal. Cahciua is shocked to be called an uncle, but is happy to accept him into the family. Wuklamat then speaks to the people of Tuliyollal, promising to explain everything later, but she makes it clear that Gululja is not responsible for his father's crimes, and that he should be treated like any other child. The people agree and cast aside their doubts towards Gululja. Afterwards, Cahciua wishes to talk and get a summary of what happened in the dome. You walk through Tuliyollal and tell Cahciua what's happened so far. He apologizes to his sister for making her carry this burden on her own. She tells him that it's fine, as it was her duty as vow of resolve. But she also thanks Cahciua for his ingenious defense of the city and keeping her people safe. Cahciua gives credit to Alphino and Estinian for all their help. The alliance with Radzat Han was crucial, and Tuliyollal is in their debt. Wuklamat agrees and says that they should thank Vitra in person once matters are settled. She wants to find Sphene and stop her. Realizing just because Tuliyollal is now safe, she can't just ignore what becomes of Alexandria. Believing that the best way she can help them is by stopping Sphene from walking down her path. While with Cahciua, you get a call to meet the others in the palace. They reveal that they found out where Sphene went and how to follow her. Sphene retreated back to her world and closed the gate behind her. The only way your party believes you can get to her is by using the gate to the Golden City inside the Sky Deep cenote, as all clues point towards it leading back to the Alexandrian homeworld. The gate's been locked for decades, but it's revealed that Kryle's earring contains codes to unlocking the gate. When you arrive, Kryle attempts to open the gate, but it's to no avail. Shale believes a higher authority is needed, and then Kryle hands the earring to Gululja, and he is successful in opening it. You gather your friends and head through the gates to the Golden City.
How to describe the sheer amazement we felt when we emerged on the other side of the portal? I fear words do not do it justice. Before us was a vibrant world where the memories of the departed abided and reveled in bygone days. Living memory, or so the Endless called it. How they laughed and smiled as they reminisced upon unfulfilled dreams. Alive in all perceivable ways, yet knowing no loss. So resplendent was every ilm of this paradise. The words rose unbidden to my lips. All this time, it was here, the city of gold.
Your party is awestruck in what they've found. Wuklamat is confused why the area looks so different compared to Solution 9. Aaronville points out that every single thing in the area is made out of electrope. Much like how Sphene projects herself on top of centuries, everything you're seeing is just a projection through technology. While taking in the sights, a caretaker welcomes you. Constancy is his name, and it seems as though he's mistaken you for New Endless. Wuklamat gives you the signal to play along and pretend to be newly recreated. Kryle notices the particular way this place looks and asks Constancy for more information. He describes Living Memory as a recreational attraction, a city divided into 4 sections, each focused on capturing scenery from the world of the past. Many years prior, this place was used by the living, but it was eventually converted as a haven for the Endless. Wuklamat then mentions to him that she wishes to talk to Queen Sphene. Constancy suggests heading to the large central statue. There, you can summon the Queen. Once your party arrives, Wuklamat calls out to Sphene.
That you should come here.
I haven't known you long, Sphene, but I know you have a good heart. Your love for your people is proof of this. I can't let you do what you're trying to do. And deep down, I don't think you want to do it either.
I want a world without suffering. A world where nothing is lost. Would that such a place existed. But the endless only grow in number, and ever more life forces needed to sustain them. Within the barrier, we have managed to curb the cycle of rebirth these few hundred years. But we've reached the limit. That is why I looked to interdimensional fusion, to harvest what we needed from your world. From your people. And with the key, we will have it. The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. I will erase all memories of the living Sphene, she who has cursed me with this soft and powerless nature. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. I'm afraid we're out of time. The process has begun, and it cannot be stopped.
Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Upon completion, interdimensional fusion will commence.
After Sphene disappears into the terminal, your party heads back to the central plaza to find Constancy and get more information. When you arrive, you hear a familiar voice call out to you, Cahciua. Your party is surprised to see her, and Erenville seems torn, but keeps it to himself. She confirms to everyone that she is indeed an Endless, and has been one for some time now. She knows that you're here to stop Sphene, and she can help, but she has a favor to ask before you do. You then head for the first area, Canal Town. When you arrive, Cahciua points out the citizens of the town, describing them as those who Sphene wishes to protect. Wuklamot notices how happy everyone seems in Unliving memory. She then asks Cahciua for her requests. Cahciua wishes for you to erase the Endless. A look of shock comes across your party's face. She explains that because you are all living, your party are the only ones able to do it. Currently, Queen Sphene is busy preparing interdimensional fusion. There won't be a better opportunity. Wuklamot agrees it's wrong to sacrifice the living for the Endless. Facing Cahciua now, she seems as alive as anyone, and doesn't know if she can go through with it. Wuklamot then asks what she means by erasing the Endless. She explains that each area of the park has a data storage terminal that keeps all memories of the Endless. Shutting down the terminal will make the Endless created, and all the memories stored disappear. Erenville asks why this has to be done now. Cahciua then explains that Sphene's memories are located in the central terminal, called the Mesoterminal. Usually the terminal's defenses are extremely tight, but she learned it has moments of vulnerability. For example, when it finishes calculations. While you wait for an opening, Cahciua wants you to erase the Endless. Once they're gone, Sphene will have little reason to plunder Aether from other worlds. It will also cause Sphene to accelerate her timetable in order to save as many Endless as possible, as currently, the Mesoterminal is gathering massive amounts of energy and running calculations. It's not able to stop easily. Crow understands that it would eventually have to come to this, but even the thought of erasing all the Endless unsettles her. Cahciua asks your party to not feel any guilt. No matter how real she and others seem, they are facsimiles, crafted from memories. She wishes to be erased before more people come to harm. Cahciua then asks your party to give Sphene a measure of understanding, as she did not ask to become an Endless. That was Preservation's doing. The Queen is powerless to resist her purpose, as her primary directive is to preserve the Endless. It's impossible to tell if the true Queen Sphene would have gone down this path, but the truth is, Preservation is now gone and left their created queen to walk alone. She asks for you all not to think that you're stopping a ruthless villain, but relieving a troubled soul of her burden. Wuklamot understands Cahciua's request, but she wishes to get to know the Endless before she erases them, as she wants to understand what Sphene has fought so desperately for. Cahciua smiles, saying Wuklamat truly is Gulul Jaja's daughter, and that it should be fine, so long as that we learn as we proceed to the terminals. Everyone is of the same mind and agrees to the plan. As you explore Canal Town, you meet many different types of people. They all seem to understand there is a shortage of Aether, and the fact that they've even had a second chance at life so far is a blessing. Some even mending past relationships or reconnecting with lost loved ones. The food, taking on the most delicious aspects of their memories. But for the living, it tastes like nothing. Their forms represent their happiest time in their life. You spend some time with Cahciua and he reflects on those he was unable to save on the first, and wishes to see again, even for just one more day. He wonders what the Exarch would have done if he had a place like living memory at his disposal. Then on the way to the terminal, your party bumps into the Endless of Namika.
Just look at you, my Wuklamat. Stronger and more assured than I've ever seen. Such hazards you must have braved and hardships endured to come so far.
It was tough, but I made it thanks to my friends. And to you, Namika. I'm the person I am now because you always believed in me. Because you loved me as if I were your own daughter. Thank you. Thank you. You're everything I could have asked for. The best mother.
I'm so glad. Looking back, I've had a blessed life. And it was because I was a part of yours. When I lost my child to illness, I thought I'd never know happiness again. But it rekindled in my breast the instant you smiled your little smile at me. You became my purpose, my joy.
You're mine too.
To have this chance to speak with you again and leave nothing unsaid. I know not how or why, but I am grateful. So grateful. Where you must go, I cannot follow. But know that I'll always be with you. Take care of yourself. Promise me.
I will. Mama. I will. And one day, we'll meet again. I understand why Sphene cannot bear to let them go. But as painful as it is to part, we're meant to live and die. To let go and let others carry on in our stead. We can't cling to everything forever.
After their reunion, you head to the terminal and shut it down. The Endless and the surrounding environment disappear into a golden light, and the once beautiful and bustling Canal Town is overcome with a dead silence, leaving a barren land of black electrope. Cahciua understands this is hard for all of you and tries to lighten the guilt you feel, again stating that they're just facsimiles and truly not living. Wuklamat asks for everyone to pull themselves together, as the only path now is forward. Cahciua agrees and asks you to meet her in the next area, Yesterland. This area is a recreation of Alexandria in a time of peace. long before it was engulfed in war. An amusement park capturing the beauty of the Golden Age. The terminal is located underneath a replica of Alexandria Castle. Again, you take your time to talk to the locals and learn more. The park is filled with the endless of children and those whose best time in life was being a child. In the center of the park, you meet with the endless of Sir Otis, entertaining the children of the park. After speaking to him, it's clear that this Otis has no recollection of your time together, as he was created with his memories prior to being turned into a machine. The knight is suspicious of your party, as you speak of things he has no idea of, but he has no time to argue, as he has to get back to work preparing something called the founding celebration. When you follow Otis, he explains that he is writing and performing a play about Alexandria's history for the children of the park, but due to Les Endless being recreated, he is short on helping hands. You and Wuklama offer your aid and are instructed to gather a crowd for the play while wearing animal costumes. Afterwards, Otis asks the both of you to take part in the play, a simple role of two soldiers dueling. The play takes place at the gates of Alexandria Castle. You and Wuklamat do your best to give the children a show to remember. Once your duel is over, Otis jumps in on the scene and saves the Lalafell Queen Sphene. The narrator then retells the events that took the young queen's life, and Otis freezes in place, haunted by the memories of the past. Wuklamat steps in to salvage the play the best she can, summarizing how the people gather together after their queen's death to build a new Alexandria. After the play, Otis apologizes to everyone for being gripped by his memories. He then asks if you're all from a time after his own, as the way Wuklamat spoke of a new Alexandria made him wonder. You tell him the truth, that you are living and come from a time after his. He's surprised, but he's even more curious. He then asks if Alexandria still exists, as out of fear, he never asked any of the newcomers to the park. Wuklamat confirms that his land still lives. Not quite the same, but his people still live on. Otis is comforted by her answer, as he's felt incredible guilt failing to save the queen so many years ago. She then tells him that he was indeed there. This confuses Otis quite a bit, but it triggers clouded memories of the past. When he volunteered to be a test subject for memory preservation, he asks what he was like. Wuklamat tells him that Otis was the noblest of souls, and a father figure to the new king Gululja. No matter what he thinks he failed to do previously, his sacrifice gave hope to many others. Otis laughs in joy, Wuklamat's words comforting the old soul. He asks that you all watch over the new king, saying that the war changed this queen. To her final moment, she was stricken with grief. Wuklamat nods and promises to bear his legacy forward. You then part ways, head into the castle basement, and shut down Yesterland. Again, you are met with the silence and black electrope. Cahciua then leads you to the next area, Asile Volcano. This terminal is located at the top of the volcano. The only way to reach it is through the caverns below. Your party makes their way, but the nearby Coliseum catches their curiosity. There, you bear witness to two Milala combatants in the arena. Cahciua notices the spells they cast are identical to those that are casted on the source. While watching, you notice a Milala couple sitting nearby, and you recognize them from the echo you witnessed through Ketenram's memories, Kryle's parents. Wuklama asks why you have such a shocked look on your face. You then quickly inform Kryle that her parents are here. She turns around to see the couple just about to leave. The woman notices her staring and asks if she knows her from somewhere. Kryle's at a loss for words and in a panic. She then points out her earring, hoping the woman will recognize it. The couple's eyes widen. Kryle then explains her origins to them, and that she has no idea how many years it's been for them, or if she's even what they expected, but she says she found her way back. Kryle's mother runs to her daughter and embraces her. Kryle gets some time to talk to her parents, and with Cahciua's help, they lessen the awkwardness of a 20-year gap between the family. They're incredibly grateful to get this chance and offer to answer any questions your party has. Through talking to Kryle's parents and exploring the museum inside the caverns, it's revealed that the Milala are actually from the source. Many years ago, during the Calamity of Ice, the Lalafells of the South Sea Isles used an ancient relic to travel to another world. This led them to the world of the Alexandrians. Then, this relic was safeguarded by the Milala people for generations, until the Calamity of Lightning came. Kryle's parents attempted to unlock its power to again escape into another world, but they had no success, until Preservation came along and offered their aid. But once the couple found out their plan to plunder other worlds of their aether, they defected, leading to the creation of Oblivion and entrusting Kryl to Galif on the source. Kryl's father explains that no one knows where the relic came from or who imbued it with its power, but by augmenting it with electrope, preservation was capable of unlocking some of it. Kryl then has one final question for her parents.
The earring. Why did you leave it with me?
Because, Kryl, we wanted to see you again. This may seem self-serving, but we wanted to leave a trace of ourselves with you. A hint to guide you to us, so that we could live in hope.
We've dreamed of this day for so long, but now that it's become reality, we wonder if we deserve to enjoy it. We wanted naught but the best for you, yet we've always wondered how much you might have suffered in our absence.
Do not torment yourselves so. As fate would have it, you entrusted me to a good man. His name is Galif, and he raised me as his own. What's more, I've been blessed with the finest comrades anyone could have. It's thanks to you that I am here now, hale and happy. So please, be at peace. Be at peace. Mother. Father.
You already have a beautiful name, but if we might call you by the one we gave you? Maya. Our dearest Maya. We love you more than life itself.
Maya. My name is Maya.
Taking on her birth name, Kryl Maya Baldessian walks forward to shut down the terminal, grateful that she mustered up the courage to join you on this adventure. Thankful for your trust and for walking with her all this way. Next, your party heads to the final area where Cahciua's memories are stored, Windspath Gardens. Cahciua asks you all to meet her there, as she has an idea. Your party can tell Erenville is still coming to terms with the loss of his mother, meeting her endless, and having to personally shut down her terminal, only complicating his feelings further. When you arrive, Cahciua says before she died, she had two wishes. One is to see the man her son would become. She feels satisfied in that wish, seeing her once reclusive son surrounded by friends. Her second wish was to see all manner of nature she had never seen before, but sadly, she never left Tural. So to try to end on a happy note, she wishes to spend her last moments exploring Windspath Gardens, learning of the flora and fauna in the area. After exploring the area and fulfilling Cahciua's wish, you head to the final terminal.
Well, this is as far as I can go. As for the rest...
Just stop. You're doing it again. Deciding everything by yourself, and then disappearing.
Eleneshpia, you're my pupil, so you ought to understand. Everything that lives must one day die, and that which has died isn't meant to return. This is the way of nature. Mine is an unnatural existence, and I've suffered it only because I had to unmake this twisted mausoleum. But now that brave souls have appeared to whom I might entrust my mission, I may finally embrace the end. Can't you be happy for me?
How could I be happy?
I was actually quite scared, you see. Scared that I'd be trapped inside the barrier forever and denied the thrill of discovery for all my days. Your coming gave me courage and comfort, Alaneshpia. More than you know. And now here I stand, unburdened and free. In this moment, the happiest of my life.
As you wish, Mother. I'll continue what you began. You were right, of course. Leaving home has broadened my horizons. I've met my friends and found this place. So I bid you leave your dreams with me. And know, I'll go where you couldn't go, and do what you couldn't do. I will.
Now, run along. And never forget that you're my pride and joy. I trust you all can handle the rest. Take care, and farewell.
After a tearful goodbye, Erenville shuts down the final terminal. Moments after the deed is done, the Meso Terminal has finished its calculations. The time to strike is now. Your party rallies, now understanding the burden Sphene bears, and you all resolve to stop her from walking this misguided path. By sending your souls into the Meso Terminal using Cahciua's program, you battle your way through a recreation of old Alexandria, eventually breaking your way into Sphene's location. When you arrive, Wuklamot tries to reach out to Sphene one last time, but is unsuccessful, as your memories have all been deleted, leaving behind the Queen Eternal. The machine banishes the rest of your party, focusing on you alone, as it's identified you as the greatest threat. You recall your interactions with the Queen, and remember her request to help if things take a turn for the worst. You resolve to end this madness once and for all. The Queen Eternal calls upon the relic and channels its power. You call upon the Crystal of Azem and summon the stars to your side. The final battle begins. Together with your summoned companions and Wuklamot, you're able to stop the Queen Eternal and its plans for interdimensional fusion. After the battle, you and Wuklamot are able to have one final conversation with the endless Queen Sphene. Before she goes, she wants to be truthful with you both for once. She apologizes for the pain she's caused, understanding her inability to let go caused pain to the innocent. Her actions were pitiful and selfish, and she believes she should have never have been created. Wuklamot regrets how things turned out, as their nations feel so close, and believes they could have accomplished great things together, but it was never meant to be. Short that it was, Sphene hopes you believe she truly cherished the time she spent with you both. For her final request, Sphene asks Wuklamot to look after her people. Wuklamot vows to look after them and to never forget the endless or the time she spent with Sphene. She asks Sphene to leave behind her burdens and finally take her long-deserved rest. The Queen then thanks you both, and for her final action, she hands you the relic that started this all, then sends you on your way, saying goodbye to her nation of Alexandria, then fading away as the Meso Terminal shuts down.
Look around and find standing all alone. Look again, we're standing there. 'Cause the storm has taken everything I know. Leave us, you need it back. Don't know why I thought I'd make it by myself. After all that we've been through. Out of time, I'm running blank and somebody help. We stand for you. Learned so much in life I couldn't understand. We're by your side. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand.
It remains to be seen how interdimensional fusion may have affected other reflections. Kryl's parents spoke of the power's capacity for both good and evil. I cannot help but wonder how Sphene's deeds will be remembered by those they touched. The key that started it all was entrusted to the adventurer. Such an artifact certainly lies within the Scion's realm of expertise, and no objection was raised to their retaining it for research.
At the crossroads, standing here, not a star in the sky to guide me tonight.
By order of Volcano, the sky deep cenote was placed under the strict watch of the landscape.
Don't know where it starts or when it'll end. Try to tame the agony as I close my eyes and scream to the wind.
With the mighty Cahciua among their number, they shall not want for strength, even in Soralja's absence.
Don't know why I thought I'd make you by myself. After all that we've been through, out of time I'm running blind. Can somebody help? Been so much in life I couldn't understand. Standing tall, we'll face tomorrow hand in hand.
Upon learning of their queen's passing, the people of Alexandria mourned and wept. Having devoted herself to sparing them sorrow, the sight might well have moved Sphene to tears. However, with Wuklamat carrying on her legacy, I have faith that her subjects will know joy once more. As anticipated, the news that young Gululja had succeeded his father as king was greeted with trepidation. Reception was also mixed when Wuklamat came forward to name herself as the boy's guardian. But the people were mollified to learn that Everkeep's systems remained operational, and there would be no impact on their lives. One day, when he is older, Gululja will decide for himself what manner of ruler he will be. Till that day and beyond, may the path of the young king be illuminated by the love of family.
So high on the tower, we set our sights on these horizons. Fly before it's starry night. Oh, yeah. Time sees the
Meanwhile, in Tuliyola, the people came together to hail their new dawn servant's great victory. Having honored those they lost, they turned their attention to a brighter future and celebrated for 3 days and nights. Not everything had been resolved, though. Those who had spent 30 years in the dome struggled to resume their former lives. This and a host of other challenges remained. But as the new Dawn servants continue to lead with strength and wisdom, the people may be assured that peace will endure.